Oh no! What the fuck?
Whoops.
Amazing! Oh wow! Good job.
No.
Oh, that's the best.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 4pixels. Coco and Kimi are here with our guests Layfully and Buttons, and we are continuing the letter.
The offness of her presence is all the more palpable with the feeling of bugs crawling on my skin, and the silence that makes it seem as if the world has stopped. Any friendly atmosphere we might have had going for us is completely forgotten. Danger. A small part in the back of my mind screams. The part that has kept me all...
Sorry.
It's okay. The part that has kept me alive all these years. And, in hindsight, I'd be stupid not to heed of it. However, I am Luke Wright, and I am absolutely stupid, and I am not going to heed it. Oh, hello, but actually, that's basically the line.
Yep. That's what I was gonna say.
But I've grown arrogant, complacent, and content to hide behind wealth and power.
Yes, it's a deplorable thing, as you said, because I'd like to be alone now. Thank you very much. If you didn't want the day off, you should have reported to your superior. This is utterly unprofessional of you, and I shall be issuing complaints. In fact, if you know it's good for you, you should start looking for another employer.
It's at my threat that the smile on her face turns tight.
I see. It escapes you still. This is unfortunate.
What?
How despairing that this misery must go on. But maybe, if you come with me, I can help you. I can...
When she reaches out for me, I recoil with a hiss.
How dare you lay your filthy hands on me without my permission? I am not going anywhere with you. Now step back and walk away before I have you forcibly removed.
Hello! Ooh. That's dank. Oh, I love it. I love it!
As if a switch had been flipped, the woman's expression turns horrific, although that may very well be the understatement of the century. She, herself, turns horrific. Her presence is suffocating, bearing down on me. I'm rooted to the spot through no fault of my own as my fear paralyzes.
You are too much like that vile woman, poisoned by her rotten influence and her filthy words. But that can be remedied now that you're here. Oh, how we have waited to welcome you home.
We.
Yeah.
Oh.
My lord, the house beckons.
Oh shit, is the house its own entity? Fucking nice!
When her fingers grasp me... When her fingers grasp the back of my coat, I finally find it in me to break off into a run. I can still feel her eyes on me as I run back to the house.
The house beckons.
But I refuse to acknowledge it, let alone look back. All I need is to get away from her, and to make sure she stays away.
Okay, I don't know if anyone else is seeing it, and if it's the Discord, or if it's the actual game, but if you look at the left-hand side of the door...
Yep, I'm seeing it.
It's flickering like crazy.
Yep.
Is that the Discord, Coco, or is that actually in-game?
I think that's the Discord. I'm not seeing anything.
Okay. That makes it even worse.
It's weird that the door will like glitch out for all of us.
Yeah.
The house beckons.
The house beckons.
If that means acting like a coward and seeking out company to keep me safe, Nobody can tell me to do otherwise. Because I'm actually a huge baby. Bravery isn't something to be lauded if it comes along with stupidity.
Again, I'm actually a huge baby.
Yep. It must have been a sight to see the usually composed and reserved Luke Wright bursting through the doors. Not that I have much of an audience, unless there are other staff members who've chosen to disregard my orders for them to leave. Really, I still doubt that woman is one of the staff. No shit, Sherlock, for real though?
You still doubt? Like, you're still not sure?
Press X to doubt, motherfucker.
His X button is broken.
I have a controller with a broken X button, I relate. Mustering up the courage, I look back through the windows to see if she followed me. She's gone. But I don't take any chances, putting as much distance as I can between us. Stopping to catch my breath, Johanna's sudden appearance nearly makes me jump out of my skin. So who wants to make a bet that Johannes is also possessed? I haven't decided by who yet, but I'm kind of feeling it.
You're feeling it?
I'm really feeling it!
Are you feeling it, Buttons? So wait, who was reading the diary again? I forgot.
Kime.
It's me.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
Let me get some water.
I get to do nothing except make witty commentary, which I'm bad at.
Which means you can turn your air conditioner on and not die.
Fair,
That's true.
but no. It's okay, it's not that hot yet.
Yeah, just keep in mind that we will lose story halfway through this recording session.
I'll just pass out from... Fine.
The house beckons.
Okay, let me read it. Wanting some alone time and fresh air, Luke excused himself, lingering in the gardens as he remembered the memory of his late mother. Suddenly, a beautiful woman appeared by his side, striking up a conversation with him. It was all pleasant at first, until...
And just for anyone wondering, this is at the same time as Ashton is, like, dealing with the closet, which is means it's also right before, like, the ghost lady jumps out and grabs his leg.
Yeah, it's a
so weird.
huge
Sounds so weird to say. Yeah, sorry, it sounds so weird to say, like, dealing with the closet. Like,
He's got a lot of issues with the closet, okay? He can't find his way out.
There's a new Luke Wright Ashton fic, by the way.
Wow.
Perfect.
That
gonna read
tag
those.
haunts me.
I'm gonna read those.
I don't want to until the game is over because I don't want to get spoiled.
Yeah, don't do it until you've actually seen the end of the... Well, at least the end of our run, I'm just
Exactly.
gonna say.
Exactly.
You're still gonna get spoiled for the rest of the game. I'm 90% sure.
I read this line.
Don't fucking do that! You son of a bitch! If I had a gun, I would have shot you!
I relate way too hard.
You son of a bitch! If I had a gun, I would have shot you!
Oh man,
Luke, please.
it's so good.
You son of a bitch! If I had a gun, I would have shot you!
It's beautiful.
Any love left for my mutter, I'd take offense.
Ooh, really?
Wow.
But what happened to you? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Ayo, but
Actually,
About that.
A million thinking faces.
Oh, if it's only... What? Oh, wow, reading, hello. Oh, if only it was such a delusion. But I can still feel her sharp nails digging into my back. The feeling was too real for it to have been a ghost.
you'd be surprised, son.
There was his housekeeper. I think, I'm not sure. In the gardens. She was acting odd and I thought to remove myself from the scene.
Tori, go.
Just strange, I made sure the rest of the staff had left and that the house was empty as you requested. Describe this woman.
Good, good.
I am Count
Listen.
Dracula.
She
Yes.
had pale skin, dark eyes, and long dark hair. She wouldn't give me her name.
I half expect a name from him. The man knows the staff better than I do, after all. But instead of an answer, he grows quiet. I'm pretty sure that is not a good thing. I'm even more worried when the other man looks me over. I have to protest when he pulls back my collar.
What in the bloody hell are you doing?
Checking for marks. Needle marks, to be exact. We don't have anyone like that among the staff. You could have easily been kidnapped.
A cold feeling settles itself over me at the thought. I've long established my power over the more unsavory characters in Luxburn.
Don't pout, Johannes.
Or I thought I did. And the most harm I thought that could come to me would be slander, robbery, or incarceration. Kidnapping? An attempt on my own person? I've forgotten that I'm as human, as mortal, as any other man despite my wealth and status.
Fortunately, you look unharmed. But I advise that you be accompanied by trusted individuals at all times from now on. If not me, an assigned guard. I'll be informing them of this soon, as they return from their day in the city.
Already, I can feel the energy leave me at the realization of what could have been.
All right. Yes, I suppose we should do that. But I think I'd like to call it a day. I should be safe in bed, yes?
I'll stand guard outside for the night. The madam has been inquiring about you, by the way.
God, any other threat and he alone would be enough to make me feel safe. But what I saw, whatever it is I saw, would one man be enough?
That's all well and good, but there's something else. That housekeeper, she...
Luke, you're home. I was worried about you.
The grin that I can muster is probably lopsided. Forced as I snapped my mouth shut to keep myself babbling about witches and monsters. Because here I am, standing in the hallway, dirt on my pant legs and sweat dotting my forehead. A far cry from my usual pristine condition. I don't want to worry, Hannah. A cough.
What happened to you? You look like you wrestled in the mud and moss, dear. And those flowers. Were you gardening?
What? Oh, these. I didn't realize I still had them.
I really did not. But there they are, still in my grip, the daffodils I had taken from the garden. Even in the wake of my flight, I had refused to let go of them whether I was conscious of it or not.
Shall I put them in a vase?
Should I give them to Hannah?
It's better than throwing them away.
I mean, like my inner plant lover is like, dude, don't fucking throw them out. They're still good plants.
Right? I'm going to give them to Hannah.
Oh, hella.
Perhaps I did it to save face. Or maybe a small part of me really had planned to take them for her. But, like a young man presenting flowers to a Valentine's, I awkwardly thrust the bouquet in Hannah's direction.
They're for you.
These
Wow,
are
really
lovely,
self-committed.
Thank you. But aren't these?
The surprise is to be expected. And the open-ended question needs little interpretation. I've never given her daffodils before, especially not from ones that I considered mine.
They're for you. Don't make me think that kneeling around in the dirt was a waste of my time.
It's not. It's not. Just, are you feeling all right? I hope whatever I have isn't contagious.
I'm not sick, Hana. I just got them for you. I thought they'd make you feel better, brighten up the room. I don't need my intentions questioned. The thank you was enough.
And I didn't mean to insinuate anything. But you are right. Thank you, truly, for these.
She's blushing.
Yeah.
She takes them from me then, careful not to crush the stems. There is still uncertainty on her face which endears and annoys me in equal parts. But she does look lovely with them. The very picture of her something that should be immortalized in paint. They should be for Mother. But it doesn't matter anymore.
Why don't we turn in for the night? You must be exhausted with all that gardening.
What does a dead woman care for flowers?
Oh no!
What the fuck?
Whoops.
Amazing. Oh wow. Good job. Oh, that's the best.
Oh, what?
Those errors are my favorite.
All right. I didn't get any sleep. Not a single wink. I was so busy jumping at every shadow and worrying about waking with a knife in my chest. Or not waking at all. Even when Hana wakes, in spite of a mild fever, and goes downstairs for breakfast, I stay in bed. Thoughts of poisoned food running through my head. The rain that has started sometime during the night doesn't help the mood.
Well, you're just a Percy princess.
Okay. Maybe it helps just a little. The strange sunny weather has been nice and all, but for it to return as it should be feels like a good sign of things to come. Perhaps things will settle back to the normal, and the crazy drama that has gone on lately will die down.
Mm-hmm.
I would hate to be caught unawares in this rain. And with how it looks outside, it seems that the weather is making up for all the sunny days it's given us with a good old-fashioned downpour. The rhythmic pitter-pattern of the rains fills the
I see.
Yes. Fills the early morning silence with a steady beat. Thank goodness I don't have to be anywhere in a hurry today. I would hate to be caught unawares in this rain. Again.
With what?
What?
Coco?
What
Okay,
the
this
hell?
is new.
It does let up within the quarter of an hour. However, a day beginning with a cloudburst like this, locals usually take it as an immediate sign. Luxborn's abysmal weather is back, likely for good. I hope they did a damn good job of fixing this place, because I'd rather not have to deal with leaky roofs. I don't like the idea that the realty did a hard patch job with the place. Well, Hana, technically, paid millions for this place. It better live up to the price the realty company sold it for. Roof problems aside, she's going to be a definitive downer about this as well. She hates the rain. Then again, who actually does?
Who actually does what? Like,
I don't-
who actually does hate the rain? I think you mean who actually likes the rain, but...
Yeah. I mean, I love the rain, so I'm like,
too.
bruh.
What sane person would like it when 9 out of 10 days consist of nothing but dark, drab, and grey skies and piss water pouring from the heavens?
So, Seattle.
And she was just starting to enjoy the sunlight. I will have to get up and about eventually. That is a given. But I'm not too keen on seeing or talking to Hana before she leaves for the hospital. Or eventually, in a few days' time, this bloody house. Kylie won't like it if she comes here only to find me in a bad mood. Few would dare rouse me from bed. Being able to keep their jobs is incentive enough. I trust they realize that now is not a good time to force me into anything. Maybe I can just get an hour or two of sleep before Suarez drops his brat off at the mansion steps. If only. But as always, somebody has to be a buzzkill.
Are you really going to stay in bed all day?
Fucking called it.
What do you want?
You must have been really rattled by what happened yesterday. If you need to talk about it, I am quite qualified in that regard.
And you aren't even the slightest bit bothered. Truly, not even the slightest bit worried.
I was worried. But I realized that it's not my life in danger, is it?
Oh, wow.
Wow. Fucking. The birds.
Whatever, who cares?
Get fucking dragged.
My worrying will not help matters. Neither will yours.
Loath as I am to admit it, he is right. Still, it's more frustrating when he doesn't give me time to concede his point.
I know you two aren't getting along.
Nosy bugger.
But you should at least see the madam off before we leave. Think of her as a business associate if you must. It would not do to part on bad terms.
It's far too early to deal with your nosiness.
That's none of his business. None of it. If he remembers his place, he'll drop it. I don't want to talk to Hannah. Not now, when I am so high-strung and paranoid. This whole thing is a bloody mess with everything going off at once. I'm afraid that, with our troubles, I will misinterpret anything she might say or do. That'd just make the whole thing worse.
Are there any updates about the woman?
Being in the dark has me on edge. Information, any at all, may very well help me calm down.
I've already briefed security about her, and more from the agency will be arriving tonight, but they haven't seen anyone fitting the description.
So you have nothing then? Fat lot of use you guys are. What do I even pay you for? Do me a favor. There's the door. Don't let it hit you on your way out.
Well, there is something. It's about McCulloch.
Can anyone blame me if I show the tiniest bit of interest? She's still not done with the house, and she's a nice enough woman. Plans to go back to sleep are gone.
I called her secretary about taking the day off. He hasn't heard from her over the weekend.
She's probably passed out after enjoying a pint or 2 or 10 in a bar somewhere. She's an adult. It was the weekend. She's allowed to disappear and not think about work. Fuck. I wish I was passed out after a night of drinking. He does know that mobiles are a thing.
That's all well and good, but she's not answering her mobile either. Mr. Parker will be filling a missing persons case with the police if she doesn't turn up today.
Certainly, someone must know where she is. Tabs are kept without fail on people who come to work with me. Background checks and constant surveillance until they finish their contracts with the rights. Some would say that it's a bit over the top. But I can't be too safe. Too many want me dead, which is why I just stood in the garden for hours talking to some random woman. Who the fuck knows?
Has anyone seen her? She's pretty hard to miss with how tall the woman is.
The last anyone has seen of her was here, the morning of the party.
He's such a grumpy
Your
Gus.
housewarming party.
That is not good news.
It wouldn't do for the police to hear of this and to suspect.
Props to the voice actor there for doing the mouth noises. Like,
Yeah.
I actually got a little triggered there. I'm like, don't do that.
It's of little import that I can easily prove my innocence. It is a matter of principle. Because even the accusation of misdemeanor should not stain my reputation. Although, maybe it is a bit too late to hope for a squeaky clean one. Besides, it'll be such a hassle to have police poking around the house looking for a body that doesn't exist. Okay.
Now, if we're done here, I'd like to go back to sleep and...
Get fucking wrecked, kid!
Chloe and Takako are here.
Well, there goes any plans of grabbing some shut-eye. Rolling over on my stomach, I can only scream into my pillow.
Adults.
Of course,
I am-
of course.
Many adult. Oh, this poor kid.
I love this child. We're not getting her killed yet.
This kid is great.
You
Yeah.
ones distract her.
Oh, look, it's time for me to go.
Jump out the window.
God bless you, Hans.
Have fun with your little play date. So long, farewell, and auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye.
Really?
Look at that smile.
They had to fucking reference, what was it, Sound of Music?
Yeah.
Lord.
No, Hans, don't you turn away from me. Keep her busy for an hour. Come on.
Oh boy.
Oh, fucking Luke Wright.
I have to press my face against the pillow once more to suppress a groan. You just can't get loyal help anymore.
Fucking
there, little Fraulein. Your uncle is just upstairs and will be down in a moment.
Thrown under the bus.
Fucking.
fucking
Super excited to have you today. I hope you're well rested and ready to play a lot.
God
Luke
damn!
Wright.
He wasn't even thrown under the bus. He was put on one of those little sliders for mechanics and shoved.
Luke Wright. Criminal overlord done in by a child.
Amazing.
Accurate.
I appreciate this trope.
That kid is gonna go places.
Yep.
Bastard. I'll be down in a sec, Munchkin. Let me just...
Change into a fresh shirt, brush my teeth, fix my hair, bemoan my very existence. Wish I was anywhere else in the world right now.
So basically us every morning.
Yes, really. Don't get me wrong. Kylie is a great kid. Wonderful. Better than most brats her age. But handling a tyke is the last thing I want on my agenda right now with this whole Hana business. Fortunately, I am very well God, why?
Yeah, I infected you, that's why.
Ugh.
Infected you with marbles in your mouth.
Fortunately, I am very well versed in how the world works. I've long learned that the show must go on, no matter what hurdles come in my way. So I set to preparing for the day. Running a comb through my hair is just divine and simply makes me feel more human. That hair is disgusting. Though it isn't as bad now as it was when I was a child. With how expensive a trip to the barber's was, I often had to grow it out until Mother had the time to cut it for me. The curls and tangles were simply horrid. Why, I was even mistaken as a little girl because of that. It certainly doesn't help that I was named Lucille. A freshly passed... Fuck!
Ugh.
You're doing great.
It's killing me. A freshly pressed shirt is enough to chase away the last signs of sleepiness. The feel of crisp and clean cloth in my hands is a clear marker to the start of the day. Smoothing down my suit and my hair with a sigh, I steel myself for the horrors. The horrors of children. Oh shit! Yeah, that was the line!
Buttons
Wow.
is Luke right.
I am. Oh no.
Confirm.
Yeah.
The horrors that come with taking care of a child.
Good morning to you, Luke.
And with that, we will end this episode right here. Thank you guys for joining us, and see you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye! Bye!